Suppose we are told that the product of two numbers is 24. From this alone, it's impossible to know the value of either number. The product could be 6 times 4, or 8 times 3, or 48 times 1/2, and so on. However, if we are told that the product of two numbers is 0, we know that at least one of the two factors must be 0. Either x equals 0 or y equals 0, or for that matter, both equal 0 for this equation to be true. We call this the principle of zero products. To solve an equation like this, we will use the principle of zero products. We're looking for all values of x that make the equation true. The equation tells us that the product of x plus 5 and x minus 7 is 0. In order for any product to be 0, at least one factor must be 0. Thus, we look for any value of x for which x plus 5 equals 0 or x minus 5 equals 0. Solving this equation then, for x, we find that if x is equal to -5 would give us a 0 in the equation. -5 plus 5 is 0 times don't really care, but -5 minus 7, or -5 plus -7 would give us -12 times the 0 equals 0 for one of our solutions. Solving for the other possibility, adding 7 to both sides, leaves us with a solution of x equal 7. 7 plus 5 would be 12 times the quantity 7 minus 7, which simplifies to 0. 12 times 0 is 0, leading us to the solutions to this equation of -5 and 7. The factors in this equation are 8, 5x plus 1, and the binomial x minus 3. Since the factor of 8 is a constant and cannot cause the value to equal 0, it will not be considered. The only way in which these factors can be 0 is if 5x plus 1 equals 0 or x minus 3 equals 0. Using the principle of zero products to solve, we then have the following: subtracting 1 from each side, dividing by 5, the result of x equal -1/5 for one solution, and adding 3 to both sides, x equal 3 for the other value that will make this equation true. Our solution set then is -1/5 and 3 for the values of x that make this equation true. We just saw in the last example the constant factor 8, or any constant, is never 0 and is not a solution of the equation. However, a variable factor such as x or t in this example can equal 0 and must be considered when using the principle of zero products. There are 3 factors in this equation: the 7, t, and the binomial t minus 5. 7 can be dismissed since it's a constant. Using the principle of zero products, the only way in which this equation can equal 0 is to set each of the other factors equal to 0 and solve. T equals 0 is done. That's one of our solutions. But on this other factor, we'll add 5 to both sides, solving for t to give us a solution of t equal 5 along with the 0 that we had before. These are the two values for the variable that will give us a true expression for this equation.